Alright, so my problem to solve is I need to get my stuff back over there. And it's not going to be easy because I kind of took up the last chunk of space I had left. But a commenter made a pretty decent suggestion that I think I'm actually going to go with, which is to reverse the direction of some of these locations to just change the direction it's feeding into. Yeah. So many research things. Logistic trash slots. Allows paper to get rid of unneeded items from his inventory, taken away by logistics robots. That's actually really clever. So you get a designated slot that you just put stuff away in if you don't want it. Alright, so if I reverse the direction, we can send some of our steel and some of our copper in another direction. Start with these ones, perhaps. There we go. And I can continue my trend of sending a lot of it underground just to make things less messy for now. There we go, we have a combined steel and copper path. So now if I make that collide with here, things will continue unhindered, but without me having to ferry it all the way here. Then I can take those tracks, reverse them, and put the plastic on them, and it'll take them off in that direction. I just need to make sure I stop them from going wherever the actual steel and copper is coming from, of course. Let's see. Keep building underground belts. What do those require? Transport belts and iron plates, so mostly just a bunch of iron. Alright. I have to make sure I have the iron on me if I want to keep using those. Oh, one little particle of mismatch. There we go. Should be good to go now. And now I have the batteries and plastic that I need to figure out how to bring there, and that's going to be my path, really. Okay. My go-to at this point is just going to be reversing this path. I should probably just give up and pick up all this stuff and accept the fact that I'm going to have to deal with that. Yeah. 'Cause the unfortunate thing is that this isn't going to really fit back in anywhere, probably. Just gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. Oh yeah, and we have to reverse these too. So they're going the wrong way by default. Can't even see the other side of this correctly. There we go. So if I'm careful, I can combine these two. It'll have to happen over here. There we go. Right. I just change this slightly. I can fix this little bit to make sure that the two tracks end up on opposite sides. How'd the plastics get on that side? Oh well. I'll just feed them back into the source and it'll be fine. So now we're going to reverse you. There we go. Oh, there's no underground track right now. My bad. Now they're going through. And they're meeting on the right spot. Take care of this, put the plastic right back in there. Just so they get fed out correctly. And what I really need to do, which was my mistake here. No, I'm good still. Just want to make sure that they're not connected right now while this craziness is going on, or it's gonna go that way. Let's see. So can I just cancel this entire mess? I think I can. Yeah, take out the splitter. Just ignore that. It never happened. This entire nonsense only exists purely to make this thing a mess. Cool. That's all removed. We can reverse the direction. And figure out how to, yep, and send it right over here and we'll mostly be good. The part where it reaches up, I guess, is a little pointless. Yeah, I can fix that though. And so this splitter was also pointless. There we go. Fixing the thought process from previous episode. Alright. In the meantime, I can just cram a bunch of copper in places like this. And put some other metals in there. And there. That'll help undo the fact that I have so much in my inventory. Copper's slightly harder, because copper's not being used for a lot of places right now. Is copper actually used in red science? It is. Alright. I'll cram some in there. Alright, moving on with my life for now. So we want that to come over here. Let's just disconnect that and accept the mistake I made. There we go. I'm just gonna have to deal with all this stuff being in my inventory for a bit. Alright. I'm gonna just avoid connecting that for now, so that I can sketch out where I'm going with this before I connect it and make it a problem. I'm gonna intentionally leave a space between these tracks, just so that I can have a little more maneuverability when I change my mind about how to lay out something in the future. I'm basically pre-planning for my procedural changes in the future. And I do like the idea of still making a lot of these underground. Oops. There we go. I do like how this works, just so because it allows me to avoid having totally claustrophobically packed areas where I can't move anything. Even if it is clunky and awkward, for the most part. Right here? Good. Right there? Got it. Right. This needs to exit too. That one was kind of excessive because they're right next to each other. Ah, screw it. Got it. Alright, character logistics is complete. The next rank's going to require resources I don't have. Oh, a lot of these are going to require things I don't have. Alright, character logistics slots 1 allows player to order items from storage and provider chests. These items will be delivered by the logistics robots. Alright, so you can just ask for more of an item. That's also handy. This is excessive. I'm just going to go on without that plan for now. Because, yeah, it's a lot of steps to take to just try to avoid having to go around stuff in the future. It really is easier just to do the underground tunnels whenever it actually feels like it's time to do them. Like, what is that accomplishing in particular? It's like, oh, look, I made it underground so that it won't be in the way of stuff when it's also in the middle of nowhere to begin with. Oh, no. Oh, no, they're still fine, right? Yeah, they still have ammo. Should be on my to-do list, probably. But they still have ammo. It's just there was a big enough swarm that they were attacking more directly. So yeah, I'm probably going to want to load up on a car, which I think I'm getting the engines for. Yeah. Dear Lord, I have a lot of engines right now. I feel like I should limit this or something. Should I be building that many engines? I don't know. I'm unsure about that. Alright, so... We need our blue science factories, basically. So batteries and plastic. So we need this to be going through as a line. Let's see. Advanced circuits, smart inserters are... Yeah, the smart inserters are here. Ah. The steel plates that can be brought here easily. The batteries are here, so I'm still making the circuits, which are plastic bars, copper cable, electronic circuit. We have the electronic circuit. Now we just need the plastic bar and cables. Yeah. So at this point, I just really need to make them available. Which actually would probably be best done in this direction. Sorry. More plans of mess. And they're on one track for now, but I think I can deal. For the most part. Let's give it a nice little long supply line. I really built that much already, huh? That's cool. Alright. We need more assembling machines. Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna go collect those supplies just to build a lot more of those real quick. Alright, let's get character logistics slot number 2. Because I just got more. Alright, so we are a little sparse in our production of both circuits and wires, and I think the wires are where we need to start. Thankfully, I've got an increased supply of these buildings. So we just need to load them up with that exact thing. I'm out of fast inserters. Oh no, I'm running out of all the components for fast inserters too. Crap. Alright, so I think we have a ton of copper, so I don't really need to worry about the being able to build more wires. Just need to worry about the part where I'm an idiot and can't remember what's there we go. What screen to look at for the wires to be on. Here we go. I can pretty much just feed these along. Wow, I'm out of conveyors. I'm out of conveyors and copper. Alright, I'll be back with more supplies. Alright, now I've got a bunch of conveyors and a bunch of arms to use. Here we go. Just need these to be exported. Alright, so now we're good on producing a bunch of wire. And wow, that really is being fed right into that spot, isn't it? Huh. Wonder if there's a smarter way to handle this. So, I do need some of it to go elsewhere. So maybe we'll reverse the direction. Which I think I already did once at this point. And have one of them go up here. Oops. So right now that'll be enough to fuel the circuits, but also give me a way to get more leaving this area, because there's going to be wires used as an ingredient in the thing we're doing right now down here. But we also need the circuits for pretty much everything too, so that has to be ramped up. So next step, I believe, is to then increase the number of things we have producing circuits. I believe I'm doing this right. Yeah. No, these are no, those drop them off, so they do need to face that way. But we need the long arms pointing the other way. Crap, I don't have the iron. There's iron right here. We're good. We're good. There's iron everywhere. Got like an infinite supply of iron. Should not put that there. I need to have space for my power sources, which are right here. Plop, plop. Everyone happy now? Right, need to tell you what to build. Green circuit. Green circuit. There we go. So now we're building a ton of circuit boards, which will fuel everything going on with the arms down here. So we were in the process of doing the let's see, are they actually under attack down there? They're damaging my building. It's cleared again. Oh, it's really damaged though. I guess I need to refocus how I constructed this thing. Damn it. Alright. Looks like we're being attacked from below primarily, so let's try to recenter this so it's a little bit more intimidating for that problem. Here we go. So we pushed it a little further down. Now they'll hopefully be in range to draw attention when they're attacking this guy. And they'll be more likely to come over here instead of glomming onto there, if we're lucky. That's the goal anyway. So right now the big goal is to get the copper wire to go to the bottom. So let's see about making that happen. Just trying to get past all the other hazards right now. Is that a wire? That is a path going nowhere. I just forgot to delete this earlier when I was sketching things out, basically. Okay. It actually may come to be a little bit more. This may going a little. What am I trying to say? Might go a little bit more according to plan now. Unless wait, can I just go along here? Yeah, never mind. I thought I was going to make use of the fact that these were underground, but nope. In fact, the fact that I left a space open seems to be helping here. There we go. Still need more of the underground tunnels. Always need more iron plate. No exceptions. There we go. Got it. So now we have a source of copper wire, which I can bring straight alongside this other stuff. Alright, so in one area we have basically every component needed for blue science. Now I just need to get the specific ones for the circuitry together. Electric circuits, plastic bar, copper cable. There's the cable, there's the plastic. The circuits are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. And I honestly think I'm going to be using a smart inserter at this point. I need some amount here. Let's see. There we go. So that's one way to get circuits in here. The problem is they're not the ones I want. That's a little excessive, isn't it? No, I can just make this... No, this is a bad idea. Sorry. Let's cram these all in here for now. Bloop. What I can do instead is I can just make this the end track. Because yeah, they only grab what they need for what they're building. So if I put this line down here and these two lines below it, then I can easily use that as how I'm getting my resources, basically. Let's see. I don't want to waste this much space, so I guess I might make the copper wire fold back on itself a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do here. Alright. I think I'm going to end up increasing my production of circuits even more, ultimately. Oops. There we go. Alright, the wires are kind of sorted out right now. Oh god. What's one more robot stuff that I can currently build. A logistic system, no. Automated construction. I'm not sure what to make of that, but cool. The research is starting to scare me because it's constantly telling me about things that I just don't know, don't have any understanding yet of how it works. And that is inherently intimidating for obvious reasons. Long inserters. What am I missing? I'm missing iron right now. Big surprise. Oh, didn't have that much coming through. Is it blocked off? Oh, it's just all being grabbed because I've upset the production line, apparently. Make sure you guys are ready. Gotcha. There are long arms pointing in. And you guys are going to build red circuits. There we go. But to build red circuits, we need certain things to be available. Which is why we need more inserters down here. Then we're going to need 3 long arms to pull them back out. You're coming through here. Then the long arms are going to put them on that track. Got him. Everything's powered. Everything's powered and ready except for the fact that no circuits are making their way through yet. But they should have everything we need, ultimately. Huh. So either I need to increase my overall production of green circuits, or I need to set up a system that separates these in some way. Because I feel like having one continuous line feed to all of them, since they all need the same resource, is not unreasonable. It's just I need to pump up my green circuit production so that they can actually fuel this whole process over here. But anyway, I have what I need for the red circuits. And with red circuits, that means I have what I need for green science. So I'm just going to leave a little space so I can tell what's going on here, and then plop 3 more of these down. Did I say green science? I meant blue science. I just clicked on that on accident. I guess I'm going to have a blue science in my inventory now. So that needs the advanced circuits, the smart inserters, and the steel plate. Smart inserters are way back here, unfortunately. Alright, I didn't plan that part very well. Because the batteries are needed for something else altogether. Huh. Let's work on getting the batteries out. First of all. Because the batteries are part of blue science, yep. Wait, I don't need to do that at all, because these are going to get the blue science out of there. Sorry. Steel, smart inserters, and... But yeah, this is dumb. Stop doing that. Dumb. Alright. You're doing... So you guys are all going to be making blue science. And I need to have inserters pointing in that direction. Yeah, putting them on the side is handy, just to make sure I always have a spot in the middle for power. Like this. Yeah, I got temporarily discombobulated there. Alright, so... Blue science requires zero wires. It's this that requires wires. So the last spot we need wires is actually right here. There we go. I'll just plop the remaining wires in there so I don't have to hold them anymore. Good to go. And so you need... So here's the batteries. They're already being fed in. Now we just need the advanced circuits, the smart inserters, the steel plate. Getting the smart inserters might be a fun problem. I can just put them under, honestly. Oh, not there, maybe. Got him. This would be a good time to reverse this arm. Point this down and this back towards it. There we go. So now we have an ongoing location for the smart inserters to go. What's fighting what? Oh, it's the bottom of the lake. Right. As I reach further and further in this direction, I probably have to worry about the idea of whether or not I'm going to be attacked from that direction. So the place I'm working on right now should probably be at risk. More underground belts. Always more underground belts. You can never have enough underground belts. Alright, since that's not needed up there anymore, we can point this straight up. Use a belt to close the gap so it's not at a risk of blocking everything forever. I'm just looking for things I can build now. Explosives, that sounds exciting. Long hands. Yeah, I always need more iron in my inventory, thankfully. Ongoing reservoir, right here. And these don't do anything right now. There we go. So you're all going to point upward. Oops. Oh, I hadn't built them yet. There we go. So you're being supplied with 2 of the components now. You need the advanced circuits and the steel plates. Steel plates are up here. I just need to separate them off a little bit. Let's see. Let's give myself a little more room to do this part. So I give myself a little bit more room, I can split them off. There we go. Double the steel plate source. Give myself some space. Oh, that's a little problematic. Alright, so I'm going to have to do that over here now. There we go. Now I've got some space to turn around in here. I still need the exit point, though. Good. There we go. That's why it's good to leave a little bit of a window between some of these things. So then you can make this whole part work. Ew. But then I do realize the downside of my current system. How am I gonna get these things out? Let's see, I think you can chain these together a little bit. Hang on a second. If I leave space between these, can't I point them at each other and they would, like, unload their objects into each other and go through? I don't know if that works that way. Oh, goddamn, what's going on here? Character logistics. I don't even... Rail signals. Just keep making progress. Whatever that progress is, I'm sure it's good. Did I test this? I can't remember if I tested this last episode or not, but we're going to try it again. Not last episode, but last session. The idea I'm going for right now, oops, is basically whether or not you can, I need to grab these, I need to grab all these arms real quick and put them in a proper spot. I'm testing whether or not you can basically, feed the thing that's being made by each resource directly into the other resource. And the things made by each machine, feed them into the other machines, so they go through and come out in an endpoint at the end. I have no idea if it works that way, but I'm curious. The only way to test it's going to be to actually get all the resources in there in the first place. Let's see. We still need more long arms. But there's all this iron. Build for me. Alright. So let's tell you once again to build sweet, sweet blue science. Good. And the one thing you're mostly missing is red circuits. So I'm just going to build some manual red circuits in a moment here just so I can confirm the whole thing. Hey! We reached the point where the circuits are actually arriving. This thing has everything but fastens. Oh, didn't put these tracks long enough along. So my production of green circuits is finally reaching the point where the other things that it's trying to build stuff out of aren't quite keeping up, which means that they're actually reaching the end point. Or they're actually reaching the machine for the red circuits, and the red circuits are actually getting produced. And those are being grabbed in here, which is good. Now for the question. If I put a blue science thing in here, does it get grabbed out? Answer is no, apparently. Does not get moved into the next one over. So I have kind of caused myself a problem here. So I need space to actually export these things through. And I've created a situation where I'm totally surrounded by objects, making it virtually impossible. Crap. I kind of have an idea, but it's probably going to be a nightmare. It's probably going to be a nightmare. Also, my source of steel is dried up at the moment because I realized that it was feeding into my red location, and that was a problem. Anyway, none of this copper is currently being used for anything. And it's in my way right now. The whole point was just to have an ongoing source available, which is good, but I need to get out of the way right now because I'm doing other things and trying to figure out how to make them work. And they rarely are. So at the moment, this only serves a purpose up to this point, because that's where the red is being fed through. So here's my go-to idea, which might be crazy. I'm wondering, what if I take out these power lines? They can fuel us from in between these buildings instead. Am I out of power lines? That hasn't happened for a while. Oh, they're quick to produce, it's fine. So what if I take the blue, send it out this way? There we go. And then I can combine those together. It's one of those things that I do where it's an absolute mess, but the whole reason I'm doing it is because I've backed myself into a corner. So you're also supposed to be grabbing that. Good. I think this is gonna work. It's kind of slightly embarrassing, but it's gonna work. Grab you. You're not doing what you need anymore. You're not doing what you need anymore. I wish you could paste these over things just because their whole point is to be a conveyor. But they don't want to work that way. Oops. There we go. You should be able to grab everything that way. There we go. We should have everything we need now. You're missing steel? Right. We don't have a source of steel right now. But that's where the red conveyors go. So we need steel to come down here. And it's on the wrong side of the track by default. The primary, so we want to feed it through. There we go. Because by default, arms put things on the opposite side of the track. So circuits are on top, steel's on bottom. This should be exactly what we need to produce a lot of what we need right here. There we go. They're feeding in. There's my science location up there. Ah, why did I put those so close together? That was dumb. I had all this room to put this stuff, and I put it literally on the next tile over for the science. Still, I can make this work. Right now, even if it's an inelegant solution, I'll just be happy to have something that's generally working over anything else. Here, let's put all this blue back in, just so I can make sure it's on the track and I can see it's all going where I want it to. Yeah, right here is actually where I want to go. Yeah, we can feed in through the top. Ah, which has, once again, doesn't fit the way I want it to. That's fine. Done. Good. So let's go ahead and feed these around this way. Reverse this path to send them that way. Because if I reverse it, then I at least don't have to physically pick it up and move it around for the moment. Oops. Tree, get out of here. What are you doing inside of my walls? Humans destroy nature. Don't you know how this works? There we go. Now I can make this all fit properly. We good to go? Ah, close enough. Bloop. Bloop. And now we can set up our inserters accordingly for blue. And we can have our satisfying victory at long last, perhaps. Blue science is reaching its source, right? Oh, it's not even being grabbed? They're being powered. I guess it's just because we're not asking for blue science right now, so it's not even going to go inside. Still, blue science is happening. So now the question is, what's the primary thing holding us back? And I'm going to say probably circuits again. Oh yeah, they're not even arriving right now. Did something eat up? Ooh. I must have interrupted something and failed to refuel it or something. Oh, I unpowered everything again, didn't I? Hang on a second, I'm just going to make some redundant connections. Because I am habitually messing up this connection somehow. There we go. Suddenly there's copper coming through. So I had everything set up to finally produce everything the way I wanted it to, but I made the mistake of disconnecting a line again. Because this system is always kind of in the way of where I'm developing. But now our power is connected again. This is a little nightmare, isn't it? How many cables there are. But just making sure everything's connected is good enough for me. And let's see, top one is... Yeah, we should have everything we need. We should have everything we need. Both circuit types are coming through, both types of iron and steel are coming through, plastic, batteries, smart inserters, and we just have to deal with the fact that I messed up our coal supply, so there's going to be some waiting involved in waiting for that to happen. Oh crap. Even our science is dying because that requires, at some point, resources that require copper. And I just sat there and let the whole thing die for, I literally don't know how long, actually. Looks like we're still doing fine on power, though. Oh, it's because a bunch of our construction devices are dead right now. Because they weren't getting the resource they need. Oh, wow, this whole place is just dried out and gray. My bad. That'll rectify itself in a little while, though. I might wait for a little bit just to see it all work once the power is restored, basically, or once the fuel, the source blocks. What the fuck am I saying? The resources finally make their way in. I'll see you guys in a bit. Flammables. Going for it. Gun turret damage upgrade. That's reasonable. It'll help us defend ourselves. I'm just cramming steel into these things right now because I have it in my inventory. That's all I got right now. Alright. So it was a minor change, but I inverted... While I was waiting a little bit, I inverted this track. So this goes around this way, and the distant one is the circuits. Just because circuits are actually built super quickly, so it made sense to point it around this way, because having the slow arm be the one that gets the circuits out is fine, but having the fast arm be the one grabbing the wire makes sense, because pretty much the second that wire is in there again, this thing's building again. It's like, now it's going super fast. Oops. I'm gonna get rid of that last one because it doesn't make sense. Now the issue is that the copper wire, even when it's being built from 4 assembling machines at once, doesn't even reach half of the green circuit ones, which is kind of an inefficiency. But at the same time, yes, like this is going to be faster circuit production than we've had so far, I believe. They're feeding their way through, and they're reaching down here. Like, if they're getting this far, that means that the green circuits are already surpassing, because anything past here, the green circuits are totally pointless, and they're just filling up space. Because I just haven't dealt with filtering them out at this point. But these two right here are the only things that need the green circuits. They're all backed up, so we're doing good. Yeah, that little switch definitely vastly improved our green circuit output, which means that they're actually making it down to the red circuit location here, and the other 2 resources needed by that were already available in large supply. So now we're going to have red circuits coming through consistently, or at least as fast as they can be made by an assembling machine too, which admittedly seems pretty slow. And that means that these 3 locations are ready to build blue science, which there's clearly too many things making blue science right now, because there's not actually that much of the resources they need to produce coming through. But you know, I like the idea of building a few more just in case we ever scale up, so I don't have to worry about if we have the right amount yet. And this has blue science in it because I just forced it onto it, which didn't really make sense, but it's not doing anything anyway. But yeah, now we actually have a proper feed for blue science coming through. I can just cram that in there, and then it'll get put back on the track again. So, we have blue science now. That's the good part. So that means that I'll now be able to research anything blue that comes through. That's the good news. And hey, built all this in the last session, so that's a decent chunk of progress. I've got a comically long chain of plastic being produced, apparently, going all the way out here. Alright. Now I just need to figure out what I want to do after building blue science. Probably something involving drones. I think I'm going to take a break, because I think I need to research how in the world robotics even work in this game. Because I think that's going to be our next big project, or at least I would assume.